Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy David of ThemDamnMexicans, TDM Talk. You're in for a special episode of TDM Talk. We're here live at the Mood Room, Houston. Shout out to my boy Los. We just interviewed him. Episode is already out. Make sure y'all go check it out. So we're doing something a little different where we have a live audience, man. So shout out to everybody who's in the building tonight. We have a very special guest. Oh, y'all know who it is. I'm gonna introduce him anyway. My boy David. Y'all may know Semper Fi Familia, HTX Garage, the man in the building, man. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed, brother. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you,
Pleasure
man.
to be here, for sure.
Ever since I met you, bro, you've been a real one. Like you supported, you come show. I've seen you show up to events. You know, I remember. I think it was Embrace the Culture that you came to and introduced yourself. I think y'all had like an event also that day.
Right.
Yeah. Again, I'll never forget that because I appreciate things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not every day that someone's willing to come and just show love, I guess, without experiencing something in return. So where do we start, man? Let's talk about HTX Garage. What's that, man? What's going on with that?
HTX Garage, it was established at the end of August in 2024. But like for myself, and then even the ladies and gentlemen that are on the garage with their cars, I mean, we've been doing it for years. You know what I mean? Whether I get hit up to do a photo shoot or whatever the case was, but it had been happening for years, and I'm sure, you know, for everybody else who's part of the garage now, it's been happening for them too.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was an idea that I've had for years, and then I just finally decided to, you know, make the move and roll it out, get the website together, talk to the homies that got the cars, pitch it to them, and see if they thought it was a good idea and if they wanted to be a part of it. And across the board, man, pretty much everybody I talked to was down to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Loved the idea. We rolled it out, man, and we've been moving.
So for those that don't know, what exactly do you guys do? Like what do you guys do?
So HTX Garage is a custom ride rental service.
Okay.
So we've got over 76 cars, well, rides on the site. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is a variety. Classic cars, lowriders, slabs. We got a Sprinter on there. We've got a Cadillac SUV.
Man.
You know, that'll come with a driver. You know what I mean? So we're kind of, and then we got lowrider bikes.
Okay.
So if somebody wants a lowrider bike as a prop for an event, we got them covered. You know, and so it's really just a rental service. We pull up to video, photo shoots, weddings, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, corporate events. Pretty much anywhere where they want a car on display, whether it's static or they want us to do a little bit more where we drive it around or they want to drive it around. You know, it's all case by case, but everything's possible.
Okay. So something very interesting happened recently, right?
Yeah.
We had the Texans play direct. Well, I don't know about playing them. They showed up and they scored 2 points, you know. But hey, it's still go Texans, you know, H-Town love. But you got some of the rides, right, were in the Beyoncé. I think the Beyoncé performance was bigger than the game.
Right.
More people talked about that.
Of course, yeah.
I seen, I think Los, my boy Los, man, you know.
Sucia, shout out Los.
He had his car. I think the owners were in the one he was in, right?
Oh yeah, he was. He had was it Cal McNair?
Cal McNair, yeah, the McNairs. Yeah, shout out to McNairs. You know, man, what was that like, bro? Like just being represented like that. How many cars were in there? Or just talk about it.
Yeah, the behind the scenes, man, it was crazy. You know, all that work that went into it for a snippet that you actually got to see on game time. You know, so a lot of people from the city were working to basically round up these cars. You know, shout out to the Bone. He goes by Bonafide on IG. He was part of the mix. You know what I mean? Because you got to imagine, the call is out, and they were very specific. They wanted white slabs.
Okay.
And they had to have like red interior. You know what I mean? So there's very specific as what they wanted. You know, Houston's our car culture is crazy. You know, so finding cars not so difficult, but explaining to them what it was going to be used for, and then take it a little bit further and say, hey man, these cars got to make it to LA. So to have your car on a trailer on its way to LA without you next to it or without you having eyes on it, that's a tough one. You know what I mean? That's a tough sell.
A lot of sleepless nights probably. I'm thinking like, man, I hope my car all right.
Right. But I mean, they took care of them. They flew them out there. You know what I mean? They were able to be present for that part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, shout out to Randy. Again, I want to shout out Randy the Don on IG.
Okay.
He's the one that connected me with the production team.
Nice.
And then from there, ran with it. You know what I mean? Because it was Tex and Wire and Will, it was HTX Garage, and then other people in the city that were just coming together to try to make it happen. Obviously for Beyonce, we got to represent for the city. Shout out to Leonard from the production team, man. He was the one that I was working closely with to make everything happen. So he put out a request. I went to work and tried to make it happen. But it was other people, other players too, doing the same thing.
It was beautiful. I'm gonna say that. And those of you that watched it, it was on Netflix. I'm sure everybody in Houston had eyes on it because we watched the Texans, we watched whatever. But to see the halftime performance was so dope because you got a lot of people that don't even watch football that were watching the game. They got to experience a little bit of Houston culture, right? Because that's the culture, slabs, the swangers, the car. How would you describe the car culture in Houston, bro? Like,
man, the car culture in Houston, it's a melting pot, man. We're a melting pot of ethnicities, backgrounds. It's the same. It's no different when it comes to the cars.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I got people from different backgrounds riding lowriders that you would never think would have a lowrider. Same with the slab. Same with, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? When we say slab, it's not specific to one demographic or type of people.
So I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask. For those that don't know, if you're not from Houston or Texas in general, you probably don't know what a slab is.
Right.
What is a slab for those that don't know?
For those that don't know, you're going to get different answers. There's the OGs that say, hey, when we're talking about holding the slab down, what does that mean? People just think it has to do with the car. It's specific to the car. It's really about holding down the concrete slab. That's what the ride is on. You know what I mean? But there's more than that. I picked up that information from Big Ash 713 Motor, and he'll explain it to you.
Okay.
But obviously there's criteria. Some people will say you need all this criteria to be an official slab. Some of them not so much. So you're talking about the paint. You know what I'm talking about? The swangers.
Yeah.
Interior. You got to have the bang, the belts. The belts, the buckles, pop trunk, neons. You know what I mean? Wood grain steering wheel, whatever it is. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And what's interesting about the slab culture is that if you're slab specific and maybe you don't really gravitate or appreciate the lowriders, it's all the same type of enthusiasm and passion that goes behind building these cars.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the low, because you're a slab rider, understand that those low builders are putting in just as much work and attention to detail as these die-hard slab riders.
Because, and I had someone mention this to me the other day, in Houston, the lowrider scene is not as prevalent as it would be like in Cali, right?
Right.
I know in Florida they got like the dunks and these other rides with these big ass, rims and whatnot.
Right.
Everybody has their own culture, so to speak, right? It's all right. Hey, we got people cutting in all the time. It's all good.
You're good.
Made a cameo. I'm sorry. It happens. Hey, man, we're here, man. It's all good. So the lowrider scene in Houston, how do you see that? Like, is it starting to grow, or is it pretty much the same as it's kind of always has been?
No, I think it's starting to grow back again.
Yeah.
I think it died off. I think a lot of people will agree that it kind of died out a little bit, but the cars didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just popping out and going to meets and doing cruises.
Yeah.
There was one last weekend, and it's just, and there's been stuff going on prior to that, right? But what happened last weekend is just a testament to like the lowrider scene in Houston. I want people to understand that it's been here for a long time. Yeah. It was here before the slab culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So but when it went away, I think we had one foot in what we grew up on in our hoods, and then one foot onto what the streets were doing.
Yeah.
And so, hip hop, Houston hip hop, screw music, slab culture was starting to surface, and then we kind of maybe lost our roots within the lowrider community, but it's coming back. You know, you got slab riders, you might see somebody and be like, man, he's riding slab. Why don't you have a low? Not knowing that slab owner probably grew up as a lowrider cat. You know what I mean? Like, so there's more than what's on the surface.
The Houston culture has a big influence on a lot of things, man, and so I'm glad you said that, clarified that, because I know there's a lot of people that don't know necessarily much about the actual culture of cars and how it started, you know, and things like that. So they don't, you know, that's why I'm like, man, you know what? I want you to explain it because you're in the business. You
Right.
know what's what and what's not because it's different down here in Houston. I always say that.
Yeah.
You know, you do a lot of community work, bro. Like recently, you, myself, Drastic, shout out to Drastico, Cadillacs and Coffee. We've had him on the show before. We went to Las Casita Apartments in the north side. And then y'all did something on the south side too.
Yeah.
Give out toys in the community, man. Where do you develop your love for like wanting to do that kind of thing, man?
Man, it really has to do with my Marine Corps service.
Okay.
So, you know, I retired from the Marine Corps in 2017. I didn't transition into a civilian job, so I was pretty much fully retired, and that desire to want to continue to serve.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I was struggling with that because I was like, man, what do I do? I know I developed skill sets during my time in the Marine Corps, and now I don't get to utilize them.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do? So I started doing more work. You know, it started off with working with Trey and the Relief Gang.
Yeah.
So that's where it started, man. And then just seeing how he was doing things and the impact that he was making, and basically getting my feet wet with him and doing a lot. You know what I mean? He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't really see, that don't know.
But I think that's
on.
how it should be, though.
No,
like,
yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
cut you off. It should be about just doing
Yeah.
good and not necessarily publicizing everything because there's a lot of people that do it for the clout.
Right.
You know, they do it because like, I don't want people to see that I'm doing this, you know. Because I've gotten, I'm pretty sure you have, or maybe not, but I know we had some backlash before about our toy drive. We do a toy drive.
Yeah.
And I've had people like, oh man, you shouldn't be posting what you're doing. You know, like, I hear you, but that, if you knew me, you know that's not my intention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we do want to let it be known that we are giving back, and if you want to be a part of it, you can come join us.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, and again, thank you for your service and your time, bro.
Yeah,
in the
pleasure.
military, serving the United States, you know, of America and whatnot. That's not easy.
Nah.
And not that I've done it, but I know that ain't easy.
Right. But
So-
I want to touch on what you were talking
Yeah.
about, like, you know, having it be behind the scenes and not necessarily putting everything out there. I could see that side of it, but on the flip side, I see it as that could serve as motivation for somebody else to get involved, or inspiration for somebody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, if a lot of people that I've come across, man, I don't have much to give. Well, your $5 will go a long way. That $5 puts my 95 at 100.
Yeah.
And I can make that 100 stretch, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe by me posting, or like you or anybody else that's posting videos or flyers as to what's going on, that's information where they can see and be like, oh, okay. Oh, they want volunteers. Let me pull up.
Yeah.
Let me go get my feet wet too and help out, right? Or they see that you're really doing so much, and now maybe they feel more comfortable donating to you because they know that you're going to put it to work the right way.
And so I'm glad you said that, because I want people to know that if you know him or if you know me, like on a personal level, you know for a damn sure we're not doing this for praise or for clout. We're doing this to raise awareness so that people can get involved.
Yeah.
Because I've had friends that I've known since like high school, middle school, elementary, that'll come donate because they see me doing it.
Yeah.
And I love that, because that just shows that they want to support what you're doing, because what you're doing is a good thing, bro. It's like we're out here really trying to bless people, bless the community, and do what we can, to help.
That's it.
So, man, hopefully you guys will be seeing us working more together in the community, doing more things. I mentioned that I wanted to do more than just a toy drive. I don't want to give too much because it ain't set in stone yet, but we definitely want to do more community-driven work. And you could tap in with either of us, man, and about later on in the year, whenever we do the toy drive, or what are some other things that you do, like community-wise, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the holidays are the busiest time. So like for Thanksgiving, trying to put together meals. But besides giving the food out, we like to give them all the ingredients so that the family can prepare their own meal. You see what I'm saying? So it's one thing to be like, hey, go somewhere.
That's dope. I never even thought of that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, it's one thing to be like, we're offering free food, y'all come eat. But you don't know that mom might want to get down in the kitchen. She's just not able to at the moment. the kids waking up, smelling mom getting down in the kitchen, the rolls in the oven.
It's the whole teach a man how to fish, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then, you know, instead of just giving them fish, teach them how to fish. That way they can go get it
That's right.
themselves. Yeah. Okay.
So little stuff like that. I mean, back to school is always a big thing. Trying to work to collect shoes, socks, give free haircuts. And then throughout the year, man, if things are going on, I mean, it doesn't always have to be on the holidays. You know, people are going through tough times all year round.
Yeah,
you know,
that's facts.
And so, yeah, a lot of people turn the switch on, and it's a beautiful thing during the holidays. But what about
the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those Christmas gifts are gonna, you know, that bike's gonna break down and chain might come apart, something, you know what I mean? And but there's always something that we can do to give back, however we can. And then, you know, autism awareness is huge for me because of my son Maverick.
I was just gonna bring that up, but
Yeah.
go ahead and talk on it. Team Mav, man.
Yeah,
Team Mav.
Hey, shout out Maverick, Daddy
Shout out
loves you.
Maverick.
Knuckle sandwich boy. Yeah. So with him, raising awareness is one thing, but also promoting acceptance
Yeah.
and inclusion.
Yeah.
So awareness, same like the, you know, the holidays and giving back.
Of course.
We do that during the holidays.
Yeah.
Autism gets its spotlight in April, but we live with that every day.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So like every day it's something. So we're able to create his brand, which is an official brand, Autistic by Nature.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like the idea behind that is just to obviously raise the awareness, but also make it cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's a dope design. I wouldn't mind wearing that and rocking it. The more people we got supporting it and wearing it, the more awareness it gets, and then more people are like, oh, okay. Because like I tell people all the time, man, you see my son, say what's up. Don't avoid him. Don't do none of that. He's just like anybody else.
Yeah, yeah,
you see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And not that anybody's doing that in a mean way.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just interact with him, just like like any other person.
Yeah, so I want to say about that because I think the general public is probably like, oh, well, it look like, let me not even say nothing because I don't know how he'll react to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that goes back to being knowledgeable about what it means to be autistic. Like, and they're not much different from the rest of us, man.
Nah.
Like, they still want someone to come say what up to them, fist bump, you know, hey, how you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
That's it.
People are just be so weird, bro. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is, man. That's the world we live in, I think. But I think the more we educate people on it, that's why I love what you're doing with that. I see, you know, you got the pin.
Yeah.
You know, it's a dope design. It's very important that we do raise awareness in that aspect, so that people do know that, hey man, it's cool to go and say what up. Like, don't be acting weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
and I get it. You know, a lot of people are uncomfortable, I
Yeah.
guess, and they don't know how, because a lot of people grow up in a time where they probably don't even know anybody that's autistic. So they're like, well, when they do come across someone, they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
So what's next for just you, bro? Like HTX Garage, Team Mav, all of that, like everything you got.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, I mean, just keep the company going, get it out there more. It's been doing pretty good. You know, most of the bookings these are strangers. These aren't people in the scene. These aren't homies. These aren't friends of homies. These are strangers saying, hey, we need such and such car for a wedding or a video, and it's just. It's constant. Obviously, we want to continue to grow the company. I want to keep adding more cars so that we offer the biggest variety and selection of custom rides as we can.
Of course.
76 cars is pretty
That's
live.
a lot of
you know what I
cars.
mean?
Yeah.
So just keep it going. But like even with, you know, we're talking about giving back. You know, these business ventures, help fund and support some of those initiatives to give back.
So I always look at it like this, right? Like when you got different ventures like that, it's good when you can cross promote.
Right.
Because again, you know, we just had Carlos from the Mood Room here, and the whole one hand washes the other. You scratch my back, I scratch your back type of thing. Like if you're rocking with me on the car level, then hey, look, we got a toy drive. You think we want to sponsor or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cool. We got you. I'll cut you a check right here, right there. So I think that's important that So this year was this past year, 2024 was like the first year where we came together. You know, Cadillacs and Coffee, HTX Garage, ThemDamnMexicans. I would like to keep that going and get more involved.
Man.
You know, we just started it like late. You know, it kind of came as an
Yeah.
idea. You reached out, which I appreciate. You guys let me a big part of that. I want to do that. I want to continue to do that, bro, and just be a blessing to our community. You know, and again, it's just very admirable what you do, bro. And I definitely appreciate that.
Thank you. That means a lot, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, so man, again, we're gonna put a link in the description where you guys can go follow him, follow HTX Garage. Go support, man. Go support what he's doing. Again, if you guys want to get it more involved in the community as well, hey, we're here, man. We're actually looking to do a back to school drive too.
Okay.
You know, so it ain't official yet, but we're, you know, I'll reach out, and if it works out, it's in the plans. You know, let me know. We'll figure it out. We'll come together. Because the more of us that come together, it's like
The bigger impact we could make.
big impact.
You know what I'm saying? We make a bigger impact with numbers, right? And then also too, you know, you do a lot of work on the north side.
Yeah.
I'm more on the
south
south
side.
side. You know what I'm saying? So that's also how beautiful this connection is, because we can come together to collect whatever it is, right? And then divvy it up between different sides of the city.
Yeah.
Thereby touching more people and spreading.
The impact becomes
Yeah.
that much even bigger,
Right.
Because of the fact that, okay, you got the south side on lock, I got the north side on lock. We might find somebody on the west side, somebody on the east side. Shit, now we
Or make that move if we have to. If we don't make those connections, hey, we're like, okay, well, we'll do a little bit here, but then we'll make a move to the northwest or the southwest or whatever it is, because we're a bigger team and we're able to split up that
Right.
way. You know, you can knock something out on the north side, I could be on the southwest or southeast, and it could be the same day, same time frame, but now look at our impact and our reach.
Yep.
You see
Yep.
what I'm saying?
So if you guys want to, I know it's only January, but
Yeah.
hey, man, get with us, man, and we'll I don't know how, we'll figure it out somehow. But you want to get involved, tap in with either of us, man. We're gonna definitely be working together more and more. Make sure you guys hit that link in the description. Go follow. Any last minute shout outs, man? You got it.
Oh yeah, man, I got a shout out. First off, you know, because we're talking about the Beyoncé show, Los with the Rivi, Carlos with the L-Dog, Fats with the Lincoln, you know, they were the ones, that was their rides, you know what I mean? They put on for the city. They went out there and made it happen.
Yeah.
Everybody that is part of HTX Garage, y'all know who you are, man. Salute to y'all. Without you guys, there would be no HTX Garage. So, yeah, I can create a business all day long, but if I don't have a team, or if I don't have people that are down to do, you know, down for the cause, it's not gonna go nowhere. And everybody is in the mix. We're all like-minded. We all know what the game plan is, and we all come together when it's community stuff, or we come together on some business stuff when it's time to go to work for HTX Garage. You know what I mean? So
again, we talk about this, man. If we can both win, why not on a business level?
everybody eats, baby.
Everybody eats,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So everybody that's rocking with the team, whether it's his team, my team, we're a team together. We're gonna eat together, we're gonna win together, and we're gonna keep going and doing great things. So tap in with either of us, man. Make sure you guys go follow him again. The link is in the description. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And man, shout out David, Team Mav, man, just the HTX Garage fam, Cadillacs and Coffee, everybody, man, that supports. Make sure y'all continue to support, man, and let's do it big. You know what I'm saying? We can make this a bigger thing. So
Yeah.
again, I thank you for coming, my brother,
pleasure,
man.
bro. Yeah,
I got
always.
nothing but
Anytime
love
you
for
need.
you, dog.
Likewise, man.
Respect and love. Like honestly, I'm not saying this because we on camera, but you know, it really is like that, dog. That's why I wanted you to come and be a part of this, because hey, I want people to be aware of what we got going on and what you got going on. So
Thank you.
again, man, on that note, thank you guys for watching. We are ThemDamnMexicans.
Hey.